Kind of unprofessional during the making of Dirty Work that Bob Saget's dating one of the chicks in the movie. You're not supposed to do that.
I don't know if they were dating. Were they dating?
So he took her to Lilith Fair.
Saget was trying to date her.
You know what's so funny? Because he comes here and he's like, oh, no, you know, this divorce stuff is really hard.
It's very painful.
This is the funny part. Like, he's like a real gentleman with women and everything.
Yeah.
So he'll go after them and after them and after them and wine and dine them. And then the girl will just have sex with the producer.
Yeah. There's like a big food chain on a movie. You know?
Yeah.
It's hard for an actress, like from what I've seen, to pick. The goal is to pick who to have sex with.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, like who on the movie do you have sex with?
Exactly,
you have sex with your co-star? Can he get you something?
Right.
Do you have sex with the director?
And nobody gets them anything.
Right.
But they're just afraid that they might keep them out of other stuff.
Right. It's like a manager.
It's tough being. It's got to be tough being an actress because you got to pick you got the producer, the director, then you got Norm the star.
Right.
I mean, I'm like below the gaffer.
Yeah. But that's true because they always have sex with somebody.
Yeah.
Well, of course.
Right.
Yeah, it's tough to be
Did you guys get sex with anybody on the movie?
Nah, you got some massages from girls.
I had a bad experience with a hooker up there.
What do you mean? Where were you shooting? In Canada?
Toronto.
What? You did?
Did
well,
you?
It was.
Oh, that girl.
What happened?
No, it wasn't. I mean, no, because I heard that. Do you know what?
Toronto supposedly has like the best looking strippers and everything.
There's this go-go place up there. Do you know what a blumpkin is?
No. You know what a blumpkin is?
No, but it doesn't sound good.
What's a blumpkin?
Yes.
It's like it's kind of a sex act that a hooker does. That I heard.
Oh man.
Does it involve your butt?
Yeah. Well, my friend who's a cop told me. Because him and his buddies always.
So you asked for a blumpkin?
Yeah, and it costs in Canada.
Can
you explain it so that I don't get bleached?
He's on the toilet and.
Oh, you're on the toilet and something
pleasures him orally.
Oh, I see. Okay, that's cool to say. All right.
It is.
Yeah. So you're saying
Why
that
does somebody want that?
Jackie had that. He's into that too.
Well, I heard Jackie
dreamt
A
it.
blumpkin is when a girl pleasures you orally while you're on the toilet.
Right.
Okay, go
but
ahead.
I never got one. I wanted to get one.
Right.
And
you wanted a blumpkin.
So I kind of asked
How much do they charge for that?
Well, it's $2.50 Canadian.
And you don't have that kind of money.
No, I was getting per diem.
Right.
Only $6.
Well, why don't you go to Saget and ask him for more per diem?
Yeah, no, well, yeah, it's true. I should have done that, actually.
Are you guys predicting a big hit with this movie? Is it very funny? I mean, let's be honest. Do people really go see this?
Have you seen it, Norm?
Yeah, I
Norm,
saw it. It's fun. It's funny.
You think it's good?
No, it's funny.
It is funny?
Yeah, it's got a lot of really good jokes.
I get the sense that you guys don't even know if it's funny or not.
Yeah, it's really
You're like
funny.
dizzy from it.
No, I know that it's really funny, but I don't know. Who knows what's a hit? I don't know.
Right. You don't know if other people will find it funny.
Yeah, it depends on if people go and see it.
Have you shown it to other people? Have you tested it in front of an audience?
Yeah, they do test.
They love it.
And
they went wild for
it's
it.
funny
They
to
do.
test it. They just do it because it's they bring in these kids for the testing.
Right.
They bring in like a bunch of 13-year-olds.
Right.
And then they watch. You must have done this with your
We did
movie.
testing, yes.
And then so you watch the movie, and then you have to listen to these kids.
Focus group.
Tell you what's wrong with
Right.
it?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
And this one guy goes, I was sitting in the back, and this black kid goes, man, I hated the part with Oprah. Man, I did not like that Oprah. And Oprah's not in the movie. And then afterwards, like, it turns out he was talking because there's an opera scene in the movie.
Oh, opera.
I do not like Oprah.
So he didn't like the Oprah scene.
And meanwhile, these guys are like making notes, and the next day a guy will phone you and go, hey, what about this Oprah thing? We have to really decide. There's just one dude, you know?
They say, hey, Oprah's a big star. We should keep her in. Why don't you offer Blumpkins to everyone who goes to see the movie? Nancy, you're on the air.
Hi.
Norm Macdonald and Artie.
Hi.
Hi.
Hey, guy.
Mr. Stern.
Yeah.
Hello, how are you?
Oh, come on.
Norm.
Yeah?
I used to be an intern at SNL. My name's Nancy, and
yeah.
I want to come to Norm's defense. I think he's hysterically funny.
Ah, that's
Leaving
nice.
SNL was the best thing that ever happened to him.
Well, let him be the judge of that.
Ah, that's nice.
Yeah.
Remember that, Norm?
What?
I thought you said you got fired from being an intern because you talked to Norm.
Yeah, I did. I got fired because I was talking to Norm. Can you believe this?
Do you remember an incident like this?
No.
Norm, you don't remember that, Norm?
Honey, you're taking an hour to get to the story, and I'm getting bored.
I was talking to Norm.
All right, Casey, you're on the air.
All right.
Hi.
Hi, Norm, you kick ass, first of all. Where'd you get the idea for the movie?
Oh, yeah, that was me and my buddy Frank Sebastiano. Just thought it'd be a good idea for a revenge for hire business. I got no funny story for this.
Jim, you're on the air. true. Who cares? Who cares where you got the idea? You stole it. Hey, you're on the air.
Hello?
Jason, yeah.
Hey, Jason. How you doing? Howard.
Yeah.
Listen, I wanted to goof on him for a little bit, call him a fag.
Who?
But,
Who do you want to call a fag?
Norm.
Why is that?
Why? You think Norm's a fag?
Yeah, but now I'm kind of thinking I want to know what kind of sedative he's on, because he seems a little bit too mellow for me.
Are you on any kind of drugs, Norm? I'm wondering if like you're on Prozac or anything.
I'm on the
You're on the
AZT.
Zantac.
AZT. You're on AZT?
Yeah.
I see.
It relaxes me.
And hey, I think that intern probably got fired because the conversation between her and Norm probably lasted about 4.5 hours, and she wasn't able to get the other stuff to the people.
That's funny.
I don't even know what he's talking about.
He's saying I'm a slow-talking fag.
No, it's slow talking fake. He's saying a fake.
A fag.
A fake.
All right, so let's see what other controversies you're in. What did I miss? So, okay.
Don Ohlmeyer.
Don Ohlmeyer,
Yeah.
who's a jack-off. I got to tell you what I think of this guy, and I am outraged. I said this the first day I read about it. You know, being a performer is a weird thing. I mean, to keep a career going is next to impossible.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's scary when you lose your job. Don Ohlmeyer fires Norm in the middle of a season. If they had let you go during the summer, it would have been almost like it looked like you left and everybody left on good terms.
Right.
But they publicly embarrass you and say you're not funny.
Right.
As a performer, you got it. Like this guy, Don Ohlmeyer, when you say that, he's hiding behind the corporate guys. He's got a job with NBC. His job's not going to go anywhere.
Yeah.
As a performer, you got to fight back a little bit. So you say, hey, this guy, Don Ohlmeyer, what does he know? You did some pretty harmless stuff, quite frankly.
Yeah, and I just try. The tough thing is when you're put in that situation, you gotta be funny because you're a comedian. They
Right.
put you in a situation where
Right.
it's almost impossible to be funny.
Right,
You
there's
have
nothing
to
funny
answer
about it.
That's right.
charges and stuff. But I never cared about that because I always thought he owns the cameras. You know what I mean?
Right.
A guy can. It's his place. So
He owns
Right.
cameras.
So what is it? He owns the cameras. So anyway, he's got a big, important job.
yeah,
so anyway,
he can fire you. You know.
yeah, but he can fire you in a nice way.
The movie thing bothered me because I don't work for him anymore, and I don't like that.
So anyway, then Norm's movie's coming out, and he says, you know what? Norm hasn't been nice to me. He can't advertise on NBC.
NBC, yes.
That's
That is
horrible.
mind-blowing.
That's dangerous.
That is dangerous.
You know?
But
And not only that, I read that he was also canceling Norm around at NBC affiliates around the country, so he couldn't even do local interviews.
is that true? Like you tried to do
You
Live at
can't-
5?
Hey, I had like all these interviews I was going to do this week. You know, I was going to do Conan. I was going to do this Access Hollywood.
And Conan took that crap? He
Everything unbooked. No, they didn't tell me that.
Conan is a pussy.
The Conan show said.
I mean, is he
the
a pussy?
The Conan show told me, no, Jason Priestley's in town. He's
Oh, yeah.
promoting the Roots store.
Yeah.
We got to have him. So it was,
Seriously, what do you think of Conan? Is he a big puss that he doesn't stand up to Don Ohlmeyer and say, Norm Macdonald's my friend and I'm going to book him? I don't care.
I don't know. I like Conan. I like being on a show.
Don't cop out on me. What do you think of that? That guy is such a wimp.
The whole world is full of wimps.
I've done Conan's show and Conan's done my show and everything, but I got to admit the guy's got no goddamn backbone. He's got the he's got the spine of a snail.
Yeah.
Oh, if this company ever told me I can't have someone on because they were having an argument with him, I tell them to go F themselves.
Yeah, the one thing you can say about David Letterman is even after NBC fired you, he had you on the show.
Oh, yeah.
He didn't back down.
Yeah, Letterman's cool.
Letterman's the coolest.
He is cool.
Yeah, because he hates executives like that.
He hates everybody. He hates himself. I like that. You can't trust a guy who loves himself.
That's why you and Letterman were always the coolest to Norm in that time because you guys talk the truth. You know?
Yeah, we're not afraid of these guys. You know what I'm
This
saying?
guy's really
But anyways,
putting down
this-
the hammer, yeah.
Right.
This other guy, Bob Wright, that's his boss, he said it was all right, even though
Well, it's ridiculous.
I'm not getting booked on these shows still. It's all right for me to have ads on it.
Oh, you can pay them.
What is it, Dick? Go ahead. Norm Macdonald's here. He's promoting the new movie Dirty Work, which opens June 12th. Artie, what do you play in this movie? Norm's buddy?
I play like his best friend.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good.
No, my brother.
Well, the
What, do
brother.
you know what part you played?
Artie.
Are you sure
brother
you're
in
off?
the movie.
I play
Artie, you
best
didn't know?
friend, but there's a plot twist where we find out we're brothers, which
Don't
evidently.
tell them that, you retarded.
What are you doing?
What are you, retarded?
Yeah. You're not supposed to say that.
You
That's
just told him
That's
that.
the ending.
Norm just told him
That's
that.
the whole ending.
Oh, that's actually in the middle.
Well,
Oh, dear. Oh, well.
Yeah, that's point. Let's go see
Now
the
you
Truman
ruined
Show,
it.
for God's sake.
because it's kind of like the Crying Game, this movie.
Is it?
Yeah, it's got secrets.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, you don't want to ruin it.
It's a big surprise when we learn that Artie has a dick.
That's the big punchline. What is it? Speaking of dicks, here's Dick. Dick, go ahead.
Yeah, Norm, are you drunk?
What?
What are you?
You sound like as if you're drunk. It's
Yes,
like,
that's
you're
what.
like, oh.
No, I understand. I've always had that. People always think I'm
You
drunk.
always think you're drunk.
Yeah, this is why, because I talk, I slur my speech, and I always smile. So people always wonder why a guy's smiling.
Dude, I saw you on Regis and Kathy Lee.
Oh, you saw that?
You know? I saw you on Regis Kathy Lee.
Oh, no, you
Yeah.
did that.
I think you really were drunk for that.
What?
Yeah. No, seriously, because people do
No,
things.
you got to do all these shows.
Yeah. That worked out pretty good, though.
You got to do all these shows when you promote.
Yeah,
a
when you're
movie.
doing a movie, I guess you got to go everywhere.
Yeah, you got to go everywhere. Regis and Kathy Lee wouldn't have me on. They were like Don Olmeyer to me.
They would?
Yeah. They don't want
for
me.
the movie?
Yeah, they don't want me.
Oh, wow.
At least they don't own networks.
Because the stuff he said about
But
Regis.
aren't there shows where Kathy Lee's not there, so maybe you could have...
No, would you ever hear what he said about Regis?
Yeah, I said lots of bad stuff about both of them.
Well, maybe Rosie O'Donnell will guest host and you can go on.
Yeah, she's a real fan of mine,
yeah.
too. I'm going on the Magic Johnson show. That's I've banned
That show's
myself from all these talk shows.
That's a funny show.
I won't even do Letterman's called me 20 times. I'm sort of like, after my movie, I was a little overexposed. I want to
Right.
back off.
Get back.
Yeah. But I said I'm not going to go on these shows. But if Magic Johnson will have me
Oh,
on,
yeah.
I will go on.
You got to do that.
I would do that show.
Are you doing the Magic Johnson show? Are you booked, Norm?
No, me and Artie watched it last night.
Oh,
Artie
my
has
God.
an
I don't want it
idea
before.
for- What was your pitch for the match? Because Artie was up for the sidekick. For
No,
the match.
I had
really?
I had a deal with Fox to do like a show, and I shot a sitcom that they didn't pick up or nothing.
Right.
But my agent called me up and said that Magic Johnson may want to meet you, to be his sidekick.
Yeah.
Do your impression of Magic.
Yeah. It's like,
What?
oh.
Hello there, Mr. Fox. Not to be so kind as to tell me where the cue cards is. That'd be cool, because he practically talks like
You know, it'd be funny, like, you get hired for the job and you wear a spacesuit. So when you have to sit next to him because you're afraid of getting infected.
Did you notice though that when he kissed, like
yeah.
when he kissed Whitney Houston and stuff, there's a certain distance.
Distance.
Even Arnold Schwarzenegger, when he
Yeah.
shook his hand, he kind of.
Yeah, I don't want to get
Yeah,
infected.
Schwarzenegger's not
Oh,
going to
you know
get
what?
mine.
That's
Schwarzenegger.
That is something to watch. Does he kiss on the lips or does he kiss on the cheek?
I was going to kiss on the lips, but I don't want to get infected. I want to be big.
Because he has a hole in his heart. Arnold.
Who?
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
You know
yeah.
that?
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Didn't
So he
just
doesn't
get
want to get
bowel
like
changed?
He doesn't.
what is it? An AIDS-soaked heart.
Right.
God, that's the name of a country song. Isn't it?
Arnold was wearing flesh-colored gloves. Tom, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, I used to work at a restaurant uptown. We used to do the Saturday Night Live party.
Yes.
And I remember one year, it was like 2 years ago, right at the end of the party, I didn't know who Norm Macdonald was then, but he was kissing Elle McPherson, who I recognized, right at the end of the party. And we were like, and I didn't know if it was true or not. We looked for it in the gossip papers. We never saw nothing, and it was like...
Yeah, you were making out with Elle McPherson. Was he making out or was he just kissing?
You didn't know if it
like
was
making
true.
out with her.
He was making out.
What do you mean you didn't know if it was true?
You saw
I
it,
didn't
huh?
know who you were.
They
so I
saw it, but they
even
didn't
know.
read it, so they can't tell if it's true.
Was he feeling her up?
Oh, yeah.
No, he was just like kissing her and hugging her on the floor, and they ended up like leaving together.
Cool. Yeah, I know you banged her.
Oh, man.
No, that was me, actually.
Norm, why don't you come clean on that one?
I already banged Angus McPherson. a grip on the movie.
Oh, man. Hey, here's a guy who says he worked on the movie Dirty Work.
Oh, he
with you.
did?
Yeah, this guy's name is Chris. What did you do on the film?
Yeah, what's up? How you guys doing?
What did you do?
I was doing actually some location work, and also I did some extra work at this time, trying making some extra cash doing here and there. And I was working on the film, and I got the whole impression that the whole film was like, there was like no script. Like, everything was that Bob Saget asked people to do. Everybody's like, yeah, sure. And then they did their own thing. Like, Norm was the coolest guy, man.
So nobody paid attention to the director? That's pretty cool.
Oh, no one took him seriously, man. Everybody like laughed
Norm,
at
can't
him.
that...
This is an extra talking.
Yeah, Norm, can't that ruin a film when no one pays attention to the director?
The extras didn't take him seriously.
The extras were goofing on
Like
him.
the extras go, yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Everybody, yeah, it was funny, man. It
Wow.
was funny. It was funny being on set and stuff and seeing how things were done. And I think it'll be a great movie just because, Norm, you carry your own and you do what you do. And
All right, so this guy was a big fan of yours. Maybe, Norm, you should have directed.
Yeah, maybe Norm was directing if nobody was listening to Bob.
I'm picturing Saget with a beret and a megaphone being totally ignored except by some of the girls in the movie.
Beret.
Yeah.
Seymour Butts with a beret.
Hey, you're on the air.